Hello everyone, Lyn here, welcoming you to Priviso Live, episode 34, your South African source for information security, risk and ICT legislation.
Hello all, Stephen here. Lyn, there's quite a lot to talk about today.
There is, isn't there? Just last week we discussed the security surrounding the papal conclave, and we already have a new pope after 2 days.
The first American pope as well. You know, Lyn, modern conclaves wrap up fairly quickly, but previously they could take a long time. The 1268 to 1271 conclave lasted 1,006 days, and the conclave electing Celestine V took over 2 years, delayed by politics.
Politics is everywhere, right? You know the saying, you may not be interested in politics, but politics is very interested in you.
Then locally on May 3rd, there was a significant cyber attack on South African Airways, which temporarily disrupted their website, mobile application, and several internal operational systems.
SAA confirmed the incident and is investigating, with no further details on the nature of the attack or resolution status. Luckily, it doesn't appear to have affected flight safety, although without more information on hand, we can't really know. Can we?
So, to today's topic, we have covered AI a number of times in this podcast, but 2 events this week led me to think we should revisit it. Firstly, Lyn, did you ever use Gartner reports?
Now you are taking me back to when it was only for the elite few who could afford it. I think anybody who has been in the industry for a while has. In some quarters, they are regarded as holy writ, and they can be very helpful.
But the company would always have to pay for their reports, right?
Yes, of course.
So this week I asked Grok LLM to compare 3 different vulnerability management solutions, and it quickly provided the detail with excerpts from Gartner, Forrester, and other industry research publications. Now I know that some searching would unearth similar information, but it seemed to me that it was utilizing information that would normally be behind a paywall. I mentioned this to a colleague with the comment that AI could lead some industries to have to rethink their business model in the same way that streaming services changed the recording industry, and he pointed out that it already is.
CrowdStrike recently announced it plans to lay off 500 employees, roughly 5% of the workforce, citing AI-powered operations as the reason. CrowdStrike's CEO, George Kurtz, said AI is flattening their hiring curve and driving efficiencies across the board, product development, go-to-market, you name it. They aim for $10 billion in annual recurring revenue, and AI seems to be their golden ticket. But cutting 500 jobs, that's a tough pill to swallow.
Kurtz claims AI helps them innovate faster and improve customer outcomes. But I'm skeptical. Is this really about AI, or is it a convenient excuse to cut costs after a rocky year?
Some analysts are calling it AI washing, using AI as a buzzword to mask other issues, like underperforming business segments. CrowdStrike's revenue jumped 29% to $3.95 billion last year, but they reported a $19.3 million net loss. So maybe it's a mix of strategic refocusing and AI hype. Still, 500 people are out of work, and that's not just a number, it's livelihoods.
I totally agree, Lyn. And it's not just CrowdStrike. We're seeing this trend across tech, Meta, Intel, Google, all cutting jobs while touting AI. A Pew Research survey found 52% of workers are worried about AI's long-term impact on jobs. But on the flip side, CrowdStrike says they'll keep hiring in customer-facing and product engineering roles. So, is AI creating new opportunities or just shifting who gets a seat at the table?
It's both, I think. AI's automating repetitive tasks like threat detection, freeing up teams for bigger challenges. But if you're in a role that's now redundant, that's cold comfort. Industry folks like Stephen Kowski from /Next say AI's a double-edged sword. Defenders use it, but so do attackers. It's a race. CrowdStrike's betting on AI to stay ahead, but at what human cost?
Every new technology makes some jobs redundant while creating others. So I don't wish to be a Luddite, but it feels that this has more potential to cost rather than create jobs. On the other hand, Bill Gates recently said the following: "Say hello to a 5-day weekend. AI may soon shrink the need to work to as little as 2 days a week."
That places a positive spin on what is likely to be radical change in the workplace. But while that may be true for some employees, I have no doubt it will negatively affect others.
Well, many people are incorporating AI into their daily activities, not always successfully.
That's true. The Peter Maritzburg law firm of Surendra Singh and Associates faced judicial scrutiny after using AI to draft court documents that included non-existent legal references. The judge identified the errors, highlighting the firm's failure to verify AI-generated content. This incident was reported on January 8th, emphasizing the challenge of ensuring AI reliability in legal practice, particularly in jurisdictions with strict judicial standards.
That has happened more than once, and not just in South Africa. There have also been instances of AI recruitment tools displaying discriminatory behavior, and one case of an AI chatbot accusing a journalist of the crimes on which he was reporting.
It's clear that the impact of AI is not always noticeable, but what are the implications if you work in security, risk, or ICT legislation?
Firstly, information security. AI enhances cybersecurity by automating repetitive tasks, accelerating threat detection, and improving response accuracy. Tools like AI-driven security information and event management systems analyze vast data sets in real time, identifying anomalies and predicting threats.
However, AI introduces new threats, such as AI-generated misinformation, deepfakes, and adversarial attacks that exploit AI vulnerabilities. Over-reliance on AI can create skills gaps, leading to professionals becoming complacent and assuming AI will catch all threats. Ethical concerns, including biases in AI algorithms and privacy violations from analyzing sensitive data, also pose challenges.
AI automates log analysis, vulnerability scanning, and incident response, freeing professionals to focus on strategic tasks like threat hunting and policy development. AI ops platforms predict and remediate incidents proactively, reducing downtime.
Professionals must counter AI-powered attacks, such as AI-crafted phishing emails, and manage AI system vulnerabilities, which requires advanced technical and ethical knowledge. Collaboration with AI systems will demand fluency in machine learning and data analytics.
Cybersecurity roles will emphasize interpreting AI outputs and integrating human judgment. For example, AI flags anomalies, but humans contextualize and act on them, ensuring no false positives or privacy oversteps.
But some jobs are likely to become redundant. Roles focused on manual log analysis or basic threat monitoring are at risk as AI automates these tasks. The World Economic Forum, 2023, estimates 85 million jobs could be displaced by 2025.
Similarly, the ability to isolate affected systems and block malicious IPs reduces the need for entry-level responders handling straightforward incidents.
It will automate compliance checks for standard regulations, reducing demand for manual auditors in low-complexity environments.
But new information security jobs will emerge. Firstly, the AI security engineer. These professionals will protect these systems from adversarial attacks and ensure secure AI deployment. They will design defenses against AI-generated malware and phishing.
The AI threat intelligence analyst will combine cybersecurity and AI expertise to analyze AI-driven threats, such as deepfakes or automated social engineering.
The AI governance specialist will focus on ensuring these systems comply with ethical and security standards and address bias and privacy concerns.
Then on to risk management. AI will revolutionize risk management by automating data analysis, enhancing decision-making, and enabling real-time threat detection. Applications include fraud prevention, compliance automation, and predictive analytics for emerging risks.
But it also contributes to risk, high implementation costs, data privacy concerns, and its potential to produce biased or inaccurate outputs are significant hurdles. AI systems also introduce inherent risks, such as compliance violations if sensitive data is mishandled. Human oversight remains critical to validate AI outputs and ensure strategic alignment.
AI automates data-heavy tasks like risk assessments and compliance audits, allowing professionals to concentrate on high-value activities such as strategic planning and stakeholder communication. AI-driven risk maps visualize threats, enhancing decision-making.
AI will enable dynamic risk management, with tools updating threat intelligence in real time. Professionals must adapt to continuous learning to keep pace with advancements and regulatory changes.
Risk managers will oversee AI systems to mitigate biases and ensure compliance with data privacy laws, requiring skills in governance frameworks like Gartner's Artificial Intelligence Trust, Risk and Security Management, or AI TRISM.
Some risk functions, such as data entry and basic risk analysts, are likely to become redundant. The automation of data collection and initial risk assessments threatens roles involving repetitive data processing. McKinsey projects that 60 to 70% of work hours in such roles could be automated by 2027.
AI tools that scan for regulatory updates and flag non-compliance reduce the need for manual monitoring roles in risk management.
But of course, there will be new roles in risk management. The AI risk strategist will develop frameworks to manage AI-specific risks, integrating analytics with strategic planning.
AI compliance officers will ensure these systems adhere to evolving regulations, leveraging tools to monitor compliance in real time. ThoroughPass notes this role's importance in navigating governance challenges.
The AI audit specialist will conduct advanced audits of these systems to validate outputs and ensure fairness, moving beyond traditional manual auditing.
Finally, let's talk about ICT legislation. AI will support legislative professionals by analyzing regulatory texts, automating compliance checks, and identifying gaps in existing frameworks. For example, AI can monitor updates to laws like the EU AI Act, ensuring organizations remain compliant. It will also assist in drafting policies by predicting the societal impacts of these technologies.
The rapid evolution outpaces existing regulations, creating ambiguity in liability and ethical frameworks. For instance, the EU AI Act's inflexibility in categorizing new high-risk AI applications has drawn criticism. Legislative professionals must address ethical concerns such as bias, privacy, and accountability while navigating global regulatory disparities.
AI tools will analyze vast legal datasets to identify regulatory trends, helping professionals draft adaptive policies.
Professionals will navigate diverse regulatory landscapes requiring cross-jurisdictional expertise and collaboration with tech developers.
Work will increasingly involve addressing AI's societal implications, such as job displacement, privacy, and algorithmic bias, necessitating ethics and public engagement skills.
Similar to information security and risk, AI tools like large language models can summarize legal texts and identify relevant precedents, reducing the demand for entry-level research roles.
AI's ability to draft initial policy frameworks and monitor compliance may displace analysts handling standardized tasks.
But there will be new jobs. The AI policy designer will craft regulations tailored to AI's rapid evolution, balancing innovation with societal risks. This role requires expertise in tech, law, and ethics.
While the AI ethics consultant will advise organizations on ethical AI use, addressing issues like bias and transparency.
The AI regulatory analyst will monitor global AI regulations and ensure organizational compliance, bridging technical and legal domains.
It's clear that AI is a double-edged sword for information security, risk management, and ICT legislative professions. It enhances efficiency and strategic capabilities, but introduces risks like job displacement, ethical dilemmas, and new threats.
Work is shifting toward human-AI collaboration, requiring upskilling in AI literacy, ethics, and strategic thinking. Redundant roles include repetitive tasks like junior analysis and manual compliance, while emerging roles like AI security engineers, risk strategists, and policy designers reflect AI's transformative impact.
To thrive, professionals must embrace continuous learning and robust governance, ensuring AI complements human expertise rather than replacing it.
That's it for us from an unusually long episode.
If you want to hear more of the same, don't forget to subscribe or like our channel to receive future episodes. You can find us on all primary podcast channels, including Apple, Samsung, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. As always, this is sponsored by Priviso Consulting, your partner when trust matters.
And remember, if you need security, risk, or ICT legislation assistance, contact Priviso directly at admin@priviso.co.za. Until next time, stay safe.